Laura, thanks for coming in and for doing the 6-foot thing. We appreciate it. The concern with these chemicals, PFAS, is that they last forever. They get in the water we drink, the water that animals drink. Our body doesn't get rid of them. Also, we don't fully understand the ways in which they harm us. Can you talk about that?
Sure. So these are a family of chemicals, thousands and thousands and thousands of chemicals that were invented in the 1930s. They're used in tons of different products, household products, industrial products, firefighting foams, and they're man-made toxic chemicals. And once they get in you, they're really hard to get out of your body, unless, of course, you're a breastfeeding woman. You can pass the chemicals onto your child. We know that the chemicals can pass through the placental barrier from a mother to her developing child. These are persistent chemicals that we're still studying, but we know that they're linked to a number of different health problems, from immune disorders to low birth weights to different kinds of cancers.
As we look at this, up until this report, the concern was for 2 locations that you've been looking at, Holloman Air Force Base in Alamogordo and Cannon Air Force Base near Clovis. The Defense Department now says there could be 4 more.
That's right. They came out with a report, and the data actually is current as of September 2019, but the report just came out this month. And the Pentagon is now looking at more than 200 additional sites across the entire nation, and 4 here in New Mexico. The Army National Guard armories in Rio Rancho and Roswell, the Army Avian Support Facility in Santa Fe, and White Sands Missile Range.
Okay, and these are existing facilities. They're all still active. I've been out to the one, the Aviation Support Facility up in Santa Fe. There's actually a new facility on that site. You were just out at the Rio Rancho one the other day, obviously White Sands. Are they actively polluting now? Do we know that?
So we don't know very much. This report came out. It's a very short report that includes a very long list of facilities that could potentially be contaminating local waters. And so the report doesn't give specific details about what activities could have occurred there that would have caused PFAS releases. And right now, the spokesman for DOD has been unavailable. I've been trying to reach him. And, obviously this is a crazy time
Sure.
in America, so it is hard to get a hold of people, but we just don't know what kinds of activities. I've been trying to think of what it could be, sort of speculating. It could be that maybe firefighting foams had been stored there, but we just don't know.
It was firefighting foams at Cannon and Holloman that were the culprits, right?
That's right. That's right. And training in those places, they were able to identify where there were large-scale releases, and trace the contamination in the water below to these chemicals.
Your reporting so far has pointed out that there's no federal regulatory level, which means the EPA can't go in and say, hey, you must stop this. It means the state can't do that. There's a health advisory level, which is sort of the step below a regulation, and it's sort of a voluntary. We know this is dangerous. We think you should do something. We're not telling you what to do. That advisory level is 70 parts per trillion for lifetime exposure. Really difficult to fathom that, to conceive of that. Why should people who live near there live near these 4 additional sites in Santa Fe and White Sands and Rio Rancho, and I've forgotten the other
Roswell.
one. Roswell, there it is. Why should they care?
Yeah, so public health experts who I've spoken to over the course of reporting on this issue say you don't want any PFAS in you. You don't want 70 parts per trillion over a lifetime, we know that, but you don't want any PFAS in you. And so it's really, it's incumbent upon the military and regulators to understand that no one should be drinking water that has any PFAS in it. And so it's really important to think about how we control the pollution and how we control people drinking that water that's potentially contaminated with any amount of PFAS.
In fact, the recommendations are just to stop. Try to control that as much as you can. And modeling has shown that something like 97% of Americans are likely to have a PFAS concentration in their blood already.
That's right. And another study showed that about 6 million Americans are currently drinking water that is above that 70 parts per trillion level that you talked about.
That's some serious stuff. Are there other points? We just have about a minute left. Other points in the report that you want to point out?
Yeah, so Congress did pass in the Defense Authorization Act a chunk of funding to be doing cleanup and also to be studying communities that have been affected and look at how firefighters themselves may have been affected. But in this report that came out this month, the DoD says, in fact, that amount of money that we're setting aside that you estimate for cleanup, even for retrofitting or replacing fire equipment on these facilities, installations, is it's going to cost much, much more than anybody had estimated before.
Laura, thanks for coming in for the briefing. You can read more about Laura's reporting on our website, newmexicoinfocus.org. You'll just look for the Our Land tab, and that's where we can find all your reporting right now.
Thank you, Matt.
Thanks.